to the national championship, and Weimer, Scarato, and Smith will officiate. We're underway.
And no surprise there.
No surprise there at all. Coburn taps it back.
Right now, Jim Nance. Loyola goes.
All right, Bill Raftery. Here is a dynamic player. If you haven't seen him, wait till you watch him today. Ayo Dosunmu.
The mass marvel is talent. Pull-up jumper gets to the rim. And this is the guy I think makes them go. Frazier, pull-up game. Oh, we got an offensive foul, huh? Over the back.
Granderson called for it indeed. That slid off the rim for Frazier. Now this Loyola team, they like to control the pace, slow it down. They're #1 in the nation and fewest points allowed per game, 55. Here's Krutwig over Coburn for a quick 2.
And that's how they control the game too. He's a point center. Great feel for the game, finds people. They can decimate with that little left over the right shoulder. And this is the game right here. How do they play Kofi in the low box? Coburn so strong, ducks in. They find him. He's a great target.
Double him up now.
And they're afraid if he's in the center position under the rim, they're going to have problems. Nice hand.
Tipped out by Williamson with just 5 to shoot.
That initial double really cost them a little bit time-wise. Big thing about Coburn, he runs rim to rim and begs in the lane. That's where they have some problems in the early offense.
Ayo with 2 to shoot.
Nice pull-up.
It's a 2.
Is that another level pull-up?
It is.
Pretty impressive. Yeah. Grant to be jumping out of his seat on that.
It's a level that's above this one.
It is. Really talented kid. He can really turn the corner and get to the rim too. Here's one of their favorite plays, a little double dribble handoff, and look who's at the rim.
Oh my goodness, how about the pass too by Clemens, and Krutwig has a couple of quick baskets.
He didn't observe the floral display then. That's where they've got problems. Quick decision.
Krutwig got a hand on Coburn's shot.
I like them going to Coburn though. Krutwig's so important, getting him out of the game. A little dribble handoff. We know that Norris can knock down that deep 3.
Almost got away from him, but saved by Oguak. Now Krut, take the jumper. Show an outside game? No. He can do it though.
He can. Mid-range, no threes, but mid-range. Good position D here by Krutwig again.
It's a travel call on Adam Miller. How about the pass? Here Clemens comes back to Krut.
A nice job rolling the goal, and Ayo, say goodbye, if he can start getting those puppies squared and drilling them.
Took that shot to beat the dwindling shot clock by a second or 2. Oh, there's Coburn sending that into the first row.
Oh, nice preparation, nice double screen on the one dribble handoff, but you think you got an easy one. The big fella says, no. Whew. That in New York? Boy, he is a talented kid, a physical specimen.
But he's from Kingston, Jamaica. He's Coburn.
Well, look at him waving people out.
Clear it out. Krut says, I'll take it. He gets it.
He is tough. They're going to have to do some damage there, and that's going to open up shooters. By damage, some stunting, some helping, some doubling.
Player of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference. Showing us
nice hustle.
He makes a steal at this end.
How about the start by Krutwig? Defense has been sensational.
Was Krut a freshman starter on that Final Four team of 2018 that found its way down to San Antonio? Here he is again. He got jammed. Tapped out to Miller.
A little too much. Excellent defensive balance. Moser.
And there's a denial by Williamson. Quick outlet to Norris.
He can shoot it.
The 3, drops it.
Interesting, because I started to say Moser philosophy. Don't give up any easy ones. Balance the floor. A little push.
And stay at this end. What a start for Loyola. They had sluggish starts to each half in the game in the first round against Georgia Tech, but they recovered both times.
I'll tell you what, you get them back on your heels and you can shoot like that, why not? Of course, Brad can't be real happy with this start.
Underwood coming over after a year at Oklahoma State, and the year before that had been at Stephen F. Austin, where they mard a little run.
Carbella on the floor brings a lot of excitement, a lot of dribble drive and finding people. Great gap defense early by Loyola.
Frazier rattles out.
Good hustle.
Chased
Williams.
down by Williams, and he saves it.
Oh.
And he falls
cheap seats.
over the table. Now here is something happening every time he touches it. Curbelo.
He is so tricky and sticks with that pivot foot. The life of the party.
And sixth man of the year in the Big Ten.
I don't think I'd like to go out with him on New Year's.
He gets some energy, doesn't he?
He sure does. Tough
Clemens.
shot. Move him off that line. That's what they're going to do because he's a great threat from deep. There's a great defender, Williamson. Aragon, a great player. Look at that little slap deflection.
Dosunmu, he tries baseline and a floater off the front of the rim. Krutwig.
He had to go to the floater because Krutwig is really doing a great job jamming up that dribble drive.
Back to Krutwig.
Loves the right shoulder.
Fake. And no call. It's going back to Illinois. All right, a racing start for the Ramblers. And yes, we're going to come back and hear about Sister Jean's message to the team. There she is at 101, the amazing Sister Jean. Tracy, tell us the latest.
Well, thanks a lot, Jim. Before the game, as she always does, Sister Jean shared a pregame prayer with the team. And here's what she told them. As we play the Fighting Illini, we ask for special help to overcome this team and get a great win. We hope to score early and make our opponents nervous. We have great opportunity to convert rebounds. As this team makes about 50% of layups and 30% of its three-pointers, our defense can take care of that. Guys, sounds more like a scouting report to me than a pregame prayer, but pretty impressive.
Tell you, she's got what she asked for, prayed for early with this great start by Loyola. 101, Bill.
Amazing.
She put her retirement plans on hold back in 1994.
Well, I heard she went to Pebble Beach to sort of meditate. Said this wasn't for me. Let me go back to work. Speaking of going back to work, the little guy with the big ticker.
And Curbelo comes right in and gets a couple of quick baskets. Norris is trying to use Krutwig.
A little better match here with Georgie Bashanishvili, I think.
As Coburn sits on the bench.
They can go post up now in the low box area.
There's a three-point shot, but Guac not able to hit it. He was open.
They're shooting those 30s, though, for Loyola. They can make the deep one. And so can this guy.
Yeah, Williams.
A solid player. They were telling me his dad can't watch, walks the corridor. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. He gets so nervous. Of course, his father had a decorated career,
Yeah.
Frank Williams.
Number one pick by the Knicks, if I remember correctly.
Dosunmu out to Georgie.
I don't think they want to.
Bashanishvili unable to hit it. We got bodies tangled underneath, and it's going to be a Guac.
How about the way he sold it?
He sold it big time. You can scan this code now to watch live games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Watch now at ncaa.com/March Madness or download the app today.
You got Hall and Kennedy coming in. We know what Kennedy can do. Really a tough kid. There's a lot of little things for this team. DeBell put it on the deck, plays good D. They all have to for Loyola.
Yep, Hall comes right in and gets the assignment of Dosunmu. That pass got away from him.
But they're always in that passing lane, though. Make it tough for you on the catch. What a dynamite center situation for Brad Underwood, too, you know?
You go from Coburn to Bashanishvili. Pretty powerful, I'd say. 4 turnovers, though, by Illinois so far in the game. Got to be the best situation maybe in the tournament, in the pivot.
Absolutely. The Big Ten this year dominated with big, strong, nice back cut and pass. Look at that. Krutwig with a great look, but the dive, and they complement his passing by getting available.
Williamson, who had a season-high 21 in the win on Friday against Georgia Tech. Here's Curbelo. Long rebound out to Hall.
I like him running the show more, getting in the lane. Don't settle. Got other guys that can really ring the bell. This is that pace they like, little double, ball screen, and a back screen on Krutwig for a pop.
Kennedy now drives in. Bodies hit the floor. It's going to be on Illinois.
Well, they run some nice stuff. And, of course, when you've got a point center, my goodness, with a great feel, just dive to the rim. Everybody's lifted. Nobody at home. Clever use of the rim. Solid approach on the offensive end.
Marquise Kennedy at the line, sophomore from Chicago. Now they're going to take Krutwig out. Coburn will come back in. They have to manage his time very carefully, Krutwig, and they bring in this freshman with size in Hudson. Jacob Hudson, 6'10" freshman. 1 of 2 for Kennedy.
The more you look at Krutwig, he's going to be playing the YMCA when he's 50, 55. Don't you think? Just understands the game, loves it, and a great feel. Nice cut again. Boy, they fell asleep for one of the few times.
Wow.
5 on 4, and Frazier's hurt.
Frazier is in pain. He's going to race to the other end now. Is Norris unable to take advantage of the numbers? Illinois now will try to
corner jumper.
Get it up ahead.
A nice cover. Boy, are they solid on the defensive end, on balance.
How quick they recovered, Billy.
Amazing. That's another low post trying to defend.
Step back, Frazier. Coburn knocked it out.
Yeah, fell asleep on this cut. As Frazier gets to the rim, you can just see a late tag. Williamson normally in the right spot, jamming it up. Weak side D. Thigh or
looked hurt for a moment, but he stays on the floor.
You can drive it or shoot it.
Gonna shoot it. Kennedy 3.
And a foul.
And a chance for the 4-point play.
How about this team? They believe, they have confidence in their game. So well schooled, a great understanding. Go under, you pay my league. Bella, it's got to go over the top, and really not much of a show. They're lifting Kofi at the other end, and he's just not paying attention to detail.
Okwak comes in for Williamson. And the foul on Curbelo, his first. Completely different start than what the Ramblers had against Georgia Tech the other day when they were down 13-3 so quickly. What a recovery that was. But the last 6 to Loyola, and 9 points in front of the #1 seed.
Got to get some touches and kickouts if they're going to get any open threes. Empty side ball screen. Tough entry. This is where they come for the double.
Real quick pass out to Frazier, to the corner to Miller.
Wow, what a terrific ball movement. Just a little bit of a late cover. Inside out. Dynamite.
Kennedy. Curbelo on him. Here's Hudson.
Got to be a screener, Hudson, because Kofi just lets them go. Doesn't really hedge or show. How about this big guy? Showing some size as the year progresses, huh?
Yes, he had. Just 18 years old. And as Coach Moser said,
they're in trouble right here.
He's going to try to defend here, and he does.
Now that's the one area of concern. How to handle that.
Go right back to Hudson. Moser said when he comes in, good things are happening. We've seen it already.
Look at this kick out and the close. Nice deflection. Williams.
How about this start? Porter Moser has to love it. They've been able to neutralize the big man from Illinois so far. The Ramblers looking for another magic ride through the NCAA tournament. We're behind the numbers presented by Powerade. Io Dosumo. His debut in an NCAA tournament game against Drexel on Friday, 17 and 11 and 6. That is just every day at work for him is like that, basically.
Well, you know, he is so talented. Early in the year, they were down 19-4 to Penn State and came back and won. So this is a team that can, you know, rally and get themselves organized. They have so many weapons. And I think the big thing is keeping Coburn, you know, moving him around if you're Loyola. Let his guys screen and get nice little soft cushion jump shots like right there. I mean, that's like a perfect play. Unfortunately, they call the offensive foul.
Offensive foul, whistle on 22.
It's called on Hudson. By the way, that remains the same combination down low with these centers, with Hudson on Coburn, as they continue to try to get Krutwig and preserve him with this lead they have at 17-9.
Of course, Porter on that sideline. We got that home a little bit a couple of years ago on their run to the Final Four. What a job he has done.
Incredible.
Stayed at home.
Yep. Committed. Has had many opportunities to go somewhere else. There's the pass down low.
Nice
Grandison
play.
can't get it. He's on the line, and that's heading the other way.
They're well schooled on that particular play. They love to run that little lob, but this was earlier. How about that? I mean, they got a little lump on the wrist. Fortunately, it's that right hand. He's southpaw. Shouldn't impact him.
Looked over there. No one from the training crew, medical staff, has looked at him. So
they're waiting for him to make a couple of shots before they pay attention, I guess, huh?
feed it to the corner to Clemens. He is driving on Miller. And now Krutwig comes back in on that last whistle.
Loves the right shoulder. There he goes.
Got the shot he wanted.
Automatic switch here on the perimeter. And he can make a shot too, Grandison. Holy cross guy.
Yep, 2 years there. Averaged 14 a game as a sophomore for the Crusaders. Grandison.
Under 10, gotta go. How about this kid?
Oh, somehow that doesn't drop.
He can drill him though.
He's already made one from the other corner.
That's why it's so tough to cover them. Get it inside. Any sort of help you can locate.
Kennedy trying to get a second three. They've held Illinois to 9 points in 10.5 minutes. Curbelo.
Now where's he going? He does that once in a while. Gets into traffic.
Scoring the other way.
Tries to overdo it with the penetration. He does it with a smile.
Everything with a smile. Yeah. Like you. First round coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship begins today on ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, and ESPNU. And for more information on game times and listings, go to ncaa.com. So Hall comes back. Tate Hall, senior from Greenfield, Indiana.
Makes some threes on kickouts too. You got to stay at home on him. A nice pass.
How about that? Tapping it back to Clemens.
He is so clever, intuitive in his approach to this game.
And now got a double-digit lead. Yeah, Krutwig didn't catch and fire it back. He just tapped it back to save the time to get that open shot. Coburn, first time in the game.
Yeah, exactly. They sold out on the denial and no weak side cover. And if it's Norris, it's not going to matter. They slap it like a little bit like the Dukies do, huh?
There's 5 baskets for the Illini, 6 turnovers they've committed. 5 of 15 from the floor after that dunk.
And that same little play there, and that's because Coburn won't come out and cover. Coburn's got to get moving a little bit, seal his guy. They got to time it a little bit better. Krutwig just moves him off the box.
Basumo looking for help. And
That's
this could be
great
stolen. Oh, and a hit to the head
and
by Miller.
It actually ends up being a good foul, as you know. Jump the passing lane, great defensive coverage. And just really a little bit of a sellout here, cost him dearly. And as I mentioned, Norris, a weak side cover. No one's going to stop that guy as he attacks that tin. Whew. Where's the waiter? I need another steak.
Applause. That was his only basket of the game so far after missing his first 2 attempts. It's an Illinois team that turned it over just 5 times, a season low in the game against Drexel, but already with now 7 turnovers in this one.
They're going right through the center.
Norris got an opening, got a block, the third for Coburn. Krutwig
With the right hand, too.
He's missed his last 3 from close range.
Maybe hurrying it just a little bit. Oh, with a real good stop here on the defensive end.
Double up and back of the rim.
Kid.
Missed another one. My goodness, a foot away. The Illinois faithful wanted a foul call.
Now they're going to ride this lift in Coburn. Got to keep the dribble alive.
Clemens.
Ooh. How about that?
Fade away.
Frazier.
Colbert coming after him.
Sister enjoying the.
Yeah.
Her prayers are being answered.
She approves of what she's seen so far. No doubt. Grandison.
They can make it. Adequate. You were telling me what, 14 or 12 was last year?
Yeah, 9 as a freshman at Holy Cross, 14 as a soph. Transfers here, and he's been a starter.
They went to Exeter for a year of prep school. That was one of my safe schools.
There you go.
Getting out of high school.
19-1, Grandison, when he's been in the starting lineup. 19-1.
But they run some nice stuff. That's a little old-time scissor play. Red Auerbach used to run with Russell. A little more effective.
3 to shoot. Clemens puts it up. Better put it back up in time. Nope. Shot clock violation.
Oh, goodness. A pretty good start by Loyola. Why not? Excellent defense, balance on the floor. Making it tough on the big guy. Cover.
And now the Affleck. Unexpected play of the game.
The ability to have a center that has a great feel, whether it's a little ISO at the top of the key, a little screen, Hudson this time, a little go under, you pay dearly. This team is well-schooled, well-versed on both ends of the floor.
Look at what Loyola's done so far today. 2 out of 4 from 3, 7 assists. By the way, again, forcing 7 turnovers, 5 of which have been live ball turnovers. That would be Loyola steals, 5 steals. And they've scored 9 points off of those takeaways.
And Jim, right now, I look for Illinois to make a little bit of a run. I like Georgie Bashanisvili on the floor because he will guard out on the floor a little bit better. Plus, he opens up things in the lane just like this. And he's got a good little post-up game, too.
Great call, Bill. See what they do with him at this end of the floor.
He's doing the cushion, too. They're just stringing it out and giving looks like this. I mean, that's not healthy.
Hall has the answer for 3.
Goodness. Too easy. Pretty stroke. A little confusion on this set. Tell you, Hall really works on defense. Look at the string out. Krutwig and back on his guy.
Williams, that's blocked. Ooh, bouncing it right off of Kennedy.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt.
Yeah, that'll make you an alto. An old playground play, as we all have done. And there, once again, just a little hesitation, keep the dribble alive. A little yo-yo play in the southpaw. Nylon, deep.
Illinois will inbound with Curbelo with 5 to shoot. Double up on Dosomo. Now they back off.
He can elevate.
Out to Krutwig. 8-point lead for Loyola. The 8th seed in the Midwest bracket against the 1.
I think it's dangerous leaving this guy out, Krutwig out on the top. Look at what they can do. Dribble drive, go opposite, post up. Goodness.
Krutwig on the blocks with another basket.
Just decimating the interior defense. Where is the Illini toughness we're so accustomed to? Georgie.
How about Krutwig's numbers, Billy? 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Doing it all. Blue sky day in the Hoosier State as Loyola Chicago has jumped on Illinois from the start here, Bill.
Unbelievable. Of course, Krutwig, you mentioned those numbers going to commercial. They need Io to step up, but this kid is masterful. I'll give you a name to age myself. Johnny Red Kerr.
Wow. Well, they know him in Chicago really well.
Well, you used to go to the saloon. I know that. But Johnny was a great player at Illinois in the NBA and a great passer. And Krutwig reminds me of him. Just extraordinary feel and understanding of when to give it up and to whom.
Well, Illinois has trailed throughout this game.
They got to go inside if he's on the floor, I think. They got to get Krutwig out of. There's that little high-low. Look at the cover of Williamson. And look at drawing traffic. Oh, goodness.
They had 3 converge. Eventually getting the ball swiped out of his hands.
Well, they are ready for their post-ups.
So the Illinois team's won 15 of its last 16 Had a little hiccup in early January.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Just
Kennedy
beautiful.
from Krutwig.
And the problem is that it's an ISO, a one-man zone in Coburn, and just nobody in the back. Just great lifting. Great understanding of an offensive end of the floor.
Meanwhile, Loyola's won 18 of its last 19.
Look at Norris.
Coming over Norris. Taking it out of the hands of Coburn.
Jim, this is a clinic, and he can shoot it.
Williamson had the chance to put him up by 15, missing on the 3. 7-0 run for the Ramblers.
And they hold people to 55 points a game, 16 thus far for the Illini, who average 81. I mean, that's incredible.
Curbelo goes all the way around and gets Williamson to commit.
Wow. He got a bailout there. They were in deep trouble. The ability to play some defense. Georgie guy got to step up. Clemens at the other end. The music man, Curbelo, and why not a hall pass? Kofi, we need you to play big time. Jim, if I could play this well, I would have grown a mustache. Would have held my game. That's the play they've run, the dribble handoff. How about the lob? Vacate the back. Krutwig's so good. You've been on Michigan Avenue because I know you shop there, bring things home.
You're right.
That's what it is when he gets the ball. A traffic jam, but just great touch pass. 4 assists already.
Coming up, AT&T at the half, scores and highlights, the latest NCAA tournament news. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half. Curbelo coming to the line to shoot a couple. You're talking about Krut. Maybe the most important stat so far, no fouls.
And you would
You thought that might be an issue in this game.
No question. A big concern, I'm sure, for Porter. And coming to this one. I may start drinking that, huh?
Can't hurt.
Yeah.
You talking about if you could have done that. Well, people forget. You forget. You had the all-time Jersey state record. All-time high school scorer in the state.
I thought you were talking about my nighttime proclivities there for a
There's
second.
some major records there, too. They're going to be unbreakable when it's all said and done.
Once again, how are they going to play the center? This kid knows how to play. They're confident of it. Well, he learned that move, didn't he, from his pal?
Yeah.
Krutwig.
He's passing it on down.
Porter with a great scouting report to both of us. Use this kid. He's going to be just kept improving during the course of the season.
Yes, he says again, when he's out there, we've had good things happening. He's 2 for 2 from the field.
Now, do you see how they sprung that out? Now, he gets to the rim, obviously, but look, a tough shot.
That defense is there to answer. Williamson, dribble and pass. Dosumo.
No bad shots either, you notice?
Got 11 assists on 13 field goals.
He's got a game in here.
Taking on Georgie. Had a close range look. Curbelo.
Not a good play. He does that once in a while. And it's a little overzealous in his approach. And nothing from Williams either. Not getting that clean look.
Hey, Dosumo with the ball and Coburn. Their 2 stars are 2 for 9 from the field.
And look how they run him late in the shot clock, but that's what he can do, particularly on that right hand. He puts it on the deck, gets to the rim. He is sensational.
His second basket. That's it. He's got 4.
This kid, we saw a pull-up game. How about this little kiss in Indy? Woo! Welcome to the big town.
Paramount Plus is here. Live sports, breaking news, and a mountain of entertainment. Paramount Plus. Try it free.
Now you got to work on the D if you're going to get back into Illinois. Again, the big cushion, a little dribble handoff has been effective. The double screens and that little jumper is open if you don't show. And look who's on the glass.
Krutwig, who came back in on that break. Williamson gets another attempt. And Kennedy tapped it out.
And that inside-out game, so effective.
Again, best in the nation. As far as fewest points allowed, there's Houston, which is in the same regional in the bottom half of the bracket. We'll be taking on Rutgers later tonight. Houston, the 2 seed. And
you mentioned Abilene Christian earlier. What a win that was over Texas. Lance Barrow was praying all game, I'm told. A nice steal.
A longtime producer, a graduate, and board of trustee at Abilene Christian.
Same play. It's amazing.
Georgie.
I just think you've got to get away from zoning as a center and be more active. Counter that the way Loyola handles the ball screen. They string it out, blitz it, change the look on different ends.
Coburn coming back in for the last 125, I presume. No foul issues on his ledger either. So both the centers, he knew it was going to be a physical matchup, have not even collected a foul. Let's see how these teams close the first half. Here's the three, loaded up and hit by Clemens.
And Jim, that's the same thing. Krutwig gave the bump and nobody available to show.
Up 14. Who would have believed it?
Loyola would.
Yeah, and Sister Jean. Bounce pass to Coburn.
Pretty.
Now there's the first on Krutwig.
He's on the floor. You got to use him. But the other end of the floor has really been killing him. This is the ability to make the jumper because of the screen, the brush screen, and nobody really showing. And when he's on the floor, you got to give it to him. Boy, he can really attack that tip. Woo, vicious.
Of course, all these close range shots, phenomenal field goal percentage as you would expect. But #1 in the nation, Coburn, at dunks. Most in the nation this year.
Well, you're shocking me with that. Nobody wants to get near him when he's around the ring.
Three-point play brings it down to 11 with 54 seconds.
Yeah, they got to string a few stops together right now going into halftime. Feel good about themselves. Make some corrections. Much better aggressive D on the perimeter.
Paul driving into the paint, getting it down low for the one-on-one matchup.
He has a counter, but now look at this
footwork. Get past him. Missed a short shot.
Got to make that. And look at the big guy running the floor and begging, but they probably last shot here.
Ramblers have only 14 fouls. As the Illini is going to run it down.
A good thought, but they're all starters out there.
Yeah, you don't want to pick up one just for.
Look at this.
Another dunk.
And they froze Krutwig one of the few times.
Ramblers have time to do something. 3 seconds. Norris with the three, and it's short, and we reach halftime with the Illini getting it down to single digits.
And Jim, this could be a momentum carrier over to halftime. Giving yourself a little juice, a little presence, a good feeling. Ring the bell, big fella. You've been quiet and silent. Corbella entertains with the lob. And yes, I'm in the game.
Yes, indeed, with the last 5 points of the half by Coburn. But the 24-point total by Illinois, a season low for a first half. Loyola, that's what they do to people. Leading it by 9. 33-24 at the intermission. We'll send you to AT&T at the half. After these messages, you're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Beautiful Circle City, Indianapolis. Here are your halftime stats presented by Great Clips. What stands out to you, Rav?
Well, they got to get the guards going. 2 for 9. The Sumo and, of course, Frazier. Got to get going.
Yeah, Frazier 0 for 5 in that first half. Let's go over to Tracy.
Well, thanks a lot, Jim. I asked Brad Underwood, where does he start? And he said, we need to be tougher and we can't turn the ball over. He said they were the more physical and more aggressive team. In terms of Kofi Coburn, he said he just needs to play his normal game. We're going to continue to give him touches and he needs to convert. And as for Krutwig, he says he can get 100 as far as I'm concerned. It's the other guys we need to defend better, guys.
All right, let's get to Coach Raftery for a little strategy for the Illini in the second half.
I think if Coburn's on the floor, you got to give him the ball, get Krutwig in some foul problems. And the other end, if they don't handle that ball screen or the activity of Krutwig, they're going to go down, quite frankly. And they have not made an adjustment. They have to.
Well, Coburn came to life in that last minute, Bill. Had the three-point play, drawing the first foul on Krutwig, and then Coburn with another slam to take it from 14 down to 9. We'll see if any of that momentum carries over as the Illini will inbound at midcourt. The first team to advance to the Sweet 16 will come out of this game as we open up round 2.
Let's see if this kid gets going. A little ball screen to get him up.
Oh,
there you go. It's wake-up time.
Yeah, he had a first half that he's just not familiar with when it comes to his numbers, including no assists and 4 turnovers, but Floats it off the glass to open things up quickly.
Same little play they've been running nicely, and it works. Oh, that was goaltending.
Yep.
Tell you what, they are so well prepped. Plays out of timeouts, plays out of halftime, and we have seen this consistently. I mean, not much you can do. Great execution.
Each team coming out on the floor with quick and easy baskets.
Kofi, I like to see him duck in.
Over the top, they get it to him. Swing it to the corner to Frazier, and that's going to be a push-off call against Clemens.
A nice little adjustment there. Little inside out to the corner. They are great corner jump shooters. Miller and Frazier. The reaction by Loyola is terrific, though. They really get out and contest shots.
Ken Frazier, who took a fall in that first half and appeared to be injured, did not make a shot from the floor. Dosunmu, front of the rim, and a long rebound out to Norris.
Boy, 2-on-1 defensively. Right in the gap. Just can't turn the corner. He loves to go right. Same little play.
There's Clemens.
Tough shot.
Just a little too strong, and it's pulled down by Grandison. Illinois trying to push it ahead. Trying to change the pace. Frazier still can't get one.
Well, that's his shot, too. They got to pick up the pace, too. They don't want to play that half-court game. Get some easy ones.
They tried to right there and had the good look. That pass sails over to Williamson. And now Krutwig. And
Krutwig's so available. You see, the cushion given gives others opportunities.
5 to shoot. Williamson working on Dosunmu, and a whistle with 3 to shoot. And that's on Dosunmu, his second as we go over to Trace.
Jim, Porter Moser told us the key today would be their transition defense, building that wall. Well, they have done that, and he told me at halftime that was a key. Connecting, that's what they've been able to do, scrambling and moving, and their post defense has been great. He said Krutwig's success is all because he can move, he can pivot, he makes quick moves, and that is extremely hard to guard.
Thank you, Trace. That was actually the first on Dosunmu. Here's the short shot, and Krutwig.
Gotta guard him. Goodness. Kofi.
Boy, it backed off. Gave him so much room. Now with 12, Krutwig, 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Boy, Kofi needs a little caffeine on the defensive end. A little push off by Frazier.
Wow.
A little frustration. They are not in sync. And as Tracy noted, just great defense. And look, just back off. No challenge.
Yeah, flat-footed, defending. Second foul on Frazier. Now, feeling confident, taking on Coburn.
It's an ISO. It's just a strict ISO. And that, what'd you say earlier? You told me like 4 around the rim in the first half.
Yes, he did.
That's 5.
6 of 13 overall from the floor is Krutwig.
Kofi's got to dig, and they got the ball reversed when he is in position.
There's Miller.
That helps.
All nylon.
Woo. That kid can stroke it. It becomes Miller time. A lot of people are going to be happy.
2 out of 3 from behind the arc. He's got 2 of the 3 that have been made from the outside. As a Guac comes in, bangs bodies, no call.
Look who's there.
For the offensive rebound.
Clock keeps going.
Yep, never touched the rim.
This is a nice matchup for him, I think. No Kofi.
Grandison on him. He realizes that. He's trying to maneuver for the shot, and yes.
He knows how to read that defense. He's always going to come back to that right shoulder. Jump on it. Goodness.
Back to a 10-point lead.
Gotta love that kid. Plays like a guard. I mean, just such an understanding.
Dosunmu lost it for a moment, bobbled it, gets it back out to Frazier for a reset. With 10 to shoot.
Forcing with the individual skills, no real good screening. A little small change.
On Williamson.
Yeah. Just so good. He's going to set you up and always come back. I mean, I know Brad's gone over this, but he just read Grandison physically, not as imposing, obviously, as Kofi, taking him to school.
Winner of the Larry Bird Trophy that goes to the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year.
Well, Indiana State, right?
Yes, sir.
Because Larry was in this building.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Coach and president of the club.
And running the Pacers here. Here's Colbert.
Foul. There you go.
And
Give it to
one.
him. If he's in there, he's got to get touches. Use that power game and make a quick decision, big fella. Right now, turn and go before they settle in. Look at this smart play. You can grab, but you can't control. Such a physically tough guy.
And by the way, the foul is on Clemens, not Krutwig. It was Clemens trying to reach in from behind. He gets his second.
Williams on the floor, going a little bit smaller. Corbella gives him a little bit of a threat, particularly on the three-point on the dribble drive.
Williams tried to steal that rebound. Loyola doesn't give up many offensive boards. Georgia Tech didn't even have an offensive rebound until the last minute of the game on Friday against them.
Nice pump. Nice denial.
Kofi Holborn, who reached around.
And look at the way they settle back defensively.
Back they go.
Right away, go. There you go.
Down to 6.
Use your power game. Show me your numbers. This team, Illinois, if you can see 2-1, pass them the ball. Straight on.
Now Norris coming in. And he got fouled on the drive.
Corbella looking for it, but at the other end, hit the weight room, Jim Nance. You'll hit it.
And now thrilling drives presented by Nissan.
And why not keep the big fella involved? The ball screen slip, dribble drive. Kennedy just taking advantage. He is so tough. That foul line, making decisions. Of course, the low post, but he's got the right mismatch.
30 assists on 42 baskets from Friday into today during this tournament. When you think about what they did in 2018, can they rekindle that again? And before 2018, Raph, they hadn't even been in the tournament since 1985. They had that long gap.
I don't remember as a kid in 1963. My father had to tell me about it when they won it all. George Ireland.
Jerry Harkness, All-America.
Yep.
Well, that team, again, made it to the championship game, to the Final Four by beating Illinois in a regional final played up in East Lansing, Michigan. Okay, 1 out of 2 for Norris to make the margin 7.
Use the big guy. Very simple. Not a lot of dribbling, but get it to him.
Corbello.
He is so smart.
Hall got him with the body.
He's clever.
Body bump. His first.
Well, that's a tough assignment for Hall, too. He's very good moving his feet. Earlier.
There's Jerry Harkness.
Great player.
2-time All-American, captain of that 63 national championship team. He lives here in Indianapolis. Had a long broadcasting career here in this city as well.
The timing hasn't been good getting into the low post area.
There's Corbello dribbling past 2 Ramblers, but then lost it. And it's going back to Loyola. Tracy, over to you.
Jim, you mentioned the 1963 National Championship Loyola team and their win over Illinois. To get there, before facing Illinois, they played Mississippi State in what is now called the Game of Change. They were an all-white team and banned by state legislative order from playing integrated teams like Loyola. They snuck out of town to play them. Loyola won, and Jerry Harkness, a member of that team, has come back several times to talk to the team about social justice issues and what they went through. Porter Moser said that's been a big part of their story over the years.
Traveling call here. Thank you, Tracy, on Krutwig. And there's a documentary that's being co-produced by Lucas Williamson, the senior captain, co-captain of this team, called the Loyola Project. The 63 team, again, that broke barriers. And Lucas not only co-producer, but the narrator of that film.
There's a little too much bouncing at the other end. I think he was trying to do a little post-up.
Dumps it shot right into the arms of Krutwig. Another Illinois turnover.
They got to toughen up. Brad told Tracy the same thing on this end of the floor, but it's just that soft coverage. Wow.
Kennedy! Wow, what a move over Miller.
Talk about sticking with it. Froze the D.
You're going to count that last exchange at this end of the floor as a missed shot.
Well, first time we went a little stack set, a little high-low.
Miller, he's hit 2.
He can shoot it.
Coburn keeps it alive.
Know yourself, big guy. And look at the help.
Williamson coming from behind. And last touch by Illinois, they say, off the foot of Coburn.
Well, I was with you. I definitely thought it was off Norris.
What happens here?
Yeah, let's see.
Look at Williamson come around and mix it up.
Maybe a boomerang. Yeah, it did on the toe.
It did.
How about that?
Underneath.
Another reason not to wear orange shoes.
Yeah, really.
Very identifiable.
Great piece of officiating there.
Sure was, and great effort by Norris as well.
Chance to go back up double digits. Had it as high as 14 in the first half.
A different look at center. Nice denial by Corbella.
Corbella,
look at this
kid.
kid.
Save it, and that's last touch by Loyola.
And he's hurt too. What effort this kid gives, though. Little
landed on his hip.
Hip pointer, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Just all out, huh? Just not giving up. Look at this kid.
Look at this effort right here.
Oh, goodness. How important
also
is it?
just grazed off the leg.
That's where he hurt himself.
Look at him still jumping up and trying to save it. He's going to stay on the floor.
No quitting that kid. This is a guy that's got to get going. There he goes.
Right on cue. Io DeSomo, first team All-America.
Too good to be quiet.
Hudson on the floor now for Krutwig. He's had good minutes off the bench today.
Well, they're really hugging Norris on that step back. Hasn't been able to get a clean look. Look at the screen for an easy jumper.
Yes, they're able to shield off DeSomo, and Williamson took advantage.
I mean, it's like layup drills with the big guys just laying back in that one-man zone. Look at this nice help.
DeSomo with a reach in on Norris. Well, how about the way they were able to pick up DeSomo as a defender?
This is just great preparation. We're going to just see in here some availability right there, and no show back in the lane there. Cushion, that is just a layup for these kids. They're so talented.
It's the first foul on Norris as Bishanishvili comes in.
I was looking to see if Porter would counter now. Give Krutwig a couple of minutes against Georgie. Orlando Antigua was help recruit the big guy over there, give him some instructions. Those little baseline bumps, they haven't done those in a while, but good coverage. This is a well-coached defensive team.
DeSomo and cut off block call against Williamson.
Just
There's
jumped.
Orlando Antigua.
Just dumped to the spot. That's his third foul. Of course, Orlando played at Pitt. Actually played with the Globetrotters at one time in his career. Coached at Kentucky with Cal.
Head coach down in South Florida for a spell.
A couple of spots. Great family. Brother Oliver was a terrific high school coach. St. Raymond's in the Bronx.
All bottled up here outside on the double team.
Yeah, they're just blitzing that ball screen, taking it out of their hands.
Williams.
Look at how tough and close.
Back to Io. And at the rebound with aggression by Kennedy, who surveys up ahead.
Yeah, they are really good at pushing. If you give it, they'll take advantage. If not,
what a move. He got around DeSomo and then was able to challenge inside.
Jim, this kid's a super sub. They got Norris not in the right spot. Corbello challenging.
He is their Corbello.
He is, you're right. He's the life of this team, but really solid defense. You can holler all you want. You just got to guard. The stash on fire. Will Frazier get going? Williamson with the 3 fouls, a problem.
Is America ready for another magical run by Loyola? This was 98 as an 11 seed. There was Clayton Custer beating Tennessee to get to the Sweet 16. Then they went through Nevada and Kansas State and tied for the record for the lowest seeded team to reach the Final Four. And there is Clayton Custer who was the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year that season of 18. Played a little pro ball over in Poland. Came back into the business world in Chicago. Great job. Had a master's degree in finance and all, but he wants to coach. So he came back to his alma mater, and there he is, one of the assistants on the staff for Coach Moser.
I should have a meeting with him. It's a tough racket, as you know.
You got to follow your heart.
Again, an open look because of goodness. You're going to pack the bags if you still don't start guarding that better. Conversely, look at this attack on the ball screen, and it causes a turnover.
Never trailed in this game. Took the lead early. There's Kennedy right past Georgie. Too strong on the shot. Hudson, the freshman, gets the call.
Might be Frazier with the little swipe.
Coca-Cola cherry. Sweet, bubbly, and unbelievably delicious. So Jacob Hudson will be at the line to shoot a couple. Of course, they played at historic Hinkle Fieldhouse on Friday, and it took on special meaning for him because his mother, Beth, was a decorated volleyball player there, 3-time All-Conference. His father, Mike, was a letterman for the Butler football team. The family now resides up in the Minneapolis area as Coburn comes back in for Georgie. Frazier has been a struggle. He comes out.
What a pretty little campus, too. Really enjoyed being over there.
Beautiful.
Was that your first time?
First time, and I had the great thrill of Bobby Plump greeting me when I arrived at Hinkle.
How about
the Milan High School hero of 1954. Doesn't get any better than that.
No.
Gave me a signed basketball from the Milan team. What a great man.
Somebody told me
Plump.
that when they handed it to you, you had a turnover. I don't know if that's true or not.
I did, because I had a tear in my eye. The whole Hoosiers movie that they depicted Hickory High School as Milan always gets me.
Get it to the big guy somehow. Nice backdoor, but traffic.
Oh, that tough pass. Williams able to pick it up. Just can't hit the big shots, and that's last touch by the Ramblers.
They're really having their trouble on the offensive end of things. You know, you take away two of their mainstays in terms of points, it really becomes a struggle because other guys feed off them. And you know, that shot of Frazier, too. This kid really can put this team on his shoulder. Can run the point, can make shots, can compliment Io. See if he can get going a little bit.
They have completely taken Illinois out of its game plan, dictating from the start.
And look at, they took the right hand away. Nice dive to the rim.
Williams missing, but getting fouled by Hall.
They do a great job covering up, though, Hall. A nice reaction defensively, but just a really nice set. Get the big guy in the spot in here, and just Hall, we'll see, just a little bit late here on the help side.
Second foul on Hall. Williams, who can have huge games off the bench in a lot of different areas, hits the first. Scan this code now. Watch live games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. NCAA.com/March Madness, or download the app today.
And Jim Hall just probably came a little bit too early before they could get backside coverage on that play. He's not going to beat you that 10-foot shot. He's going to beat you right at the ring.
The lead at halftime was 9. It's now 11. As Loyola is hitting 64% in this half. 50% for the game. They've out-rebounded Illinois. This has been a big part of all that success.
Nice motion to get available.
Wants to take him on again, and it bounces off the side. Chased in the corner, but a foot on the line, going to Illinois.
Taking the seats out over there. We've seen some really nice hustle plays.
McGuack coming back on the floor for Loyola, replacing Kennedy, who took the fall on the sideline. Appears to be okay.
I'm sorry, Jim. If they get it inside, you got 2 3-point shooters in the corners. See if they do a ball screen dive, and if you roll for help on the roll guy, that kick, but they just blitz it and cover in the back, even though it's Clemens. There you go.
Finally, that kid on the floor, Frazier. 1 out of 7 now from the field. Guy that gives him 10 points a game and ranks in the top 20 of all-time scorers at Illinois.
Kid's a gamer.
Clemens driving in, going back outside to a block.
And they know what they can get away with because of this ball screening activity.
4 to shoot. Norris. Io on him. Got the foul with 1 on the shot clock.
Well, he's got to be careful. He is really upset. Now, we talked about this kid being competitive, and he just body searched, initiated the contact. Just really a solid offensive play. Really caught him in the right spot.
Son of a coach. He transferred from Oakland. His father's still a high school coach back in Hilliard, Ohio. He said his dad never enjoyed more watching his son play than the other day against Georgia Tech.
Kid's really tough. Just love his attitude. Great presence, really understands the game. Gets it to the right spots. And he's got that inner toughness.
To the corner, Coburn able to get back over to DeSomo. 9 minutes to go, and it's a 10-point lead.
They got to grind it out, Illinois. You're not getting anything fast or easy. Same idea. And now the recovery. Little high-low action. Got to take his right away.
Oh, Loyola underneath.
How about Hall? He is a tough kid.
Here he is with the ball. Hall. Turn around.
Well, they work hard on that kind of play. That's why Porter's a little bit upset. Such a nice weapon to walk as he got into that lane on the spin around.
Moser didn't see it.
Look at this little press. They haven't done it all game. You got to be ready. This team is so well coached.
Feed the corner. Hall launches. Krutwig trying to get the offensive glass, but it lands in the arms of Coburn.
It's an early drag screen, but they're ready.
Miller. He wants it.
Pretty.
Soft touch.
He sure does. They're knocking on the door a little bit. They got to string some stops again. They got to.
They've gotten it down to 6 a couple of times in this half. Before it went back up to double digits.
Got to put a little pressure. Not a good play there.
Coburn.
What's he going to do once he catches it? He's got to turn and face you.
8 minutes left. Loyola trying to put together another Cinderella run in the tournament. Ramblers fueled by 10 steals in the game, forcing 14 turnovers.
And for those Illinois fans, if you're wondering why you're having problems, look at them jumping the ball screen, blitzing it, giving different coverages, really creating havoc for one of the great players in the country. Io not able to go here. Another double, cover in the back, zoning, reaction, the scrambling, the understanding of being in the right spot, and the opportunity to run out and get an open look and add that little full court pressure they threw at him right away. Caused some problems, and Io really struggling. They need him to step up.
Ball inbounded to Loyola. As we move under 8.
Little circle play. I love that play.
Another assist by Krutwig, his 5th of the game.
Yeah, just almost a decoy play. Williamson circles. Everybody's lifted. The turn, the finish, and of course the depth delivery.
Boy, they drew one up in that timeout, didn't they?
He's so good coming out of timeouts.
Oh, look at Miller. Take it to the hole for 2.
Yeah, I would extend the floor a little bit more now if I were Illinois. I would run the same play this trip. Changed it up a little bit. Once again, 5 feet away.
Public looking for help to Williamson.
He may have walked.
I thought so. Slid his feet, went under the basket and scores reverse.
Well, I've seen Illinois play great defense. This is not one of their better efforts.
Back-to-back hoops for Lucas Williamson. DeSumo. Over the top he goes, plucked out of the air by Coburn, who converts.
Nice look. DeSumo.
His 3rd assist of the game to go with 4 turnovers.
They got to string together stops. Can't match baskets. That's how they started the game, a little double dribble handoff.
They feed it down to Krutwig.
Now you got to stay at home because he'll find people.
Underneath, directly underneath, and scores.
How about nice little hesitation, the pause that refreshes.
Boy, the way he's able to maneuver, Billy, to get his shot off. It's a work of art.
He's a heady kid, you're right. Again, the string out, and look at Norris was on the cover. Stay with him. Great, you know, he's upset now. Kofi.
Tap, Krutwig, Rambler basketball.
Well, I'm watching him. He could jump over the Saturday edition of the Old Daily News. I mean, he just didn't even get on tippy toes with that one.
Forget the Sunday edition, though.
No. Out of his league.
Norris looks around.
Oh, he's peeking.
He was looking for Krutwig. He got him. Shot too strong and off the mark.
Had a good angle for it. Kofi loping down. Get downwards.
Sumo misses the lay-in.
And then Kofi didn't run the floor. He's tired. Look at this. He's not even getting back.
Williamson comes around.
He's not getting back.
It's up to 12.
It cost him a basket. He is fatigued. Woo. This is not only divine intervention. This is just excellent basketball.
Williamson with 10 points for the game, 8.5 in this late flurry, mostly by him. Fourth foul on Frazier here, and a chance to go up by 13.
And Kofi is absent without permission and not able to run the floor. A little bit fatigued, a little bit winded. And this team is just so solid in all aspects of the game.
And a whole lot frustrated.
Very much so. Starting to bark a little.
Williamson, he and Krutwig part of 98 wins in their 4-year career, which is a Rambler record. Trying to get number 99 to get to the Sweet 16.
Let's see if Kofi can reach back and get involved. Center ball screen, a little split. Tough shot.
What an angle.
Wow.
How did he negotiate that?
They got to step it up.
We move inside, 5 minutes to play. Loyola.
This is where you need a great point guard.
11 in front. We'll milk it. Norris will take it.
Nice dive.
Guac.
Look at this hustle.
What a save.
Amazing.
Scores at one end, then saves it from going out of bounds at the other. He can bring a spark, there's no doubt. Dribbling through traffic, pin behind the back to Coburn. Hudson on him, and a reach in first before the shot.
Violating space.
Curbello's been on the floor quite a bit this afternoon, Billy.
Boy, he's done some great things. I mean, he's got energy, loves to play, will do anything to win. Surfing.
His swan dive.
Yeah, leaving it all out there.
Hudson goes out with 2, and Krutwig comes back in. And Andre Curbelo will have he'll have his way if he gets a chance to put the basketball in his hands some more, because he's the one Illinois player still has the energy right now, as the rest of the team has just seemingly not had that spark. 1-1 for Coburn.
Not a great free throw shooter either, as we look at his shot chart. .54% on the year. I wonder if if Kofi makes it, I wonder if they take them out, put Frazier in, and play small ball.
Ready to bring in Frazier if it's a make. Save Coburn a trip down the floor.
No.
So Frazier returns back to the floor with, no, he's coming in for Miller.
Yeah.
Okay. Frazier with 4 fouls, Bill.
They step it up now a little bit. Going to keep Norris away from the basketball. Let Williamson handle it. Krutwig doesn't turn it over either. Look at this.
They lob it to him. He taps it in off the glass.
How about that?
How about that moment?
That play has really been destructive from the get-go.
18 for Krutwig with 11 rebounds. Again, his double-double, plus 5 assists.
There you go.
Coburn fouled.
Now that 21 was facing Curbelo dead on. You got to get it to him when those numbers are looking at you, but forget about it. The stash knows, the paw that refreshes. Big-time athlete with a great understanding of how to play the game. The point forward, point center mentality, so tough.
Pac-12 hasn't lost any teams.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I know you stayed up late for a couple of them. UCLA.
And Abilene Christian last night with a shocker. This game right here would certainly blow up a lot of brackets if Loyola goes on the win.
Goodness, they are so well prepped for this performance.
It's not trailed all afternoon, biggest lead of 14.
Making the free throws though. They're pretty much a straight up man team, Illinois. Tough to rush Loyola though, that's part of the problem.
They long possessions.
Exactly. Almost like Alonzo Mourning, like the way he holds the ball for quite a while.
Margin was 9 at halftime. It's 9 now with only 3:48 to play.
Boy, that would have been a nice trap. You had the baseline, the sideline. Really protects the ball.
Curbelo is going to be called for his third.
You can see with the aggressive defense, the pressure. That is why they're getting back cuts right now.
Going to be a 1-and-1 at the line. Brad Underwood, who told us last week at the Big Ten, I want players with character over characters. His team with 13 quad 1 wins, the most in the nation, ranked second in the final AP poll coming into the tournament, having won 16 of their last 17.
Such a rich tradition with this program. My buddy Stephen Bardo, of course, one of the great announcers, hear him quite a bit on Big Ten and Fox. Kendall Gill was wearing his old jacket. Of course, Frank Williams, his son, playing. He said it speaks volumes for the state that these two teams got here.
Again, it's only the third time that two teams from the state of Illinois have met in the tournament. And this, in fact, 2 of the 3 would be this matchup, the 63 game we documented, now today. With a trip to the Sweet 16 on the line, 3.5 minutes out.
They're trying to get the quick hitter. I'd just get away from the ball screen, to be honest with you.
Curbelo.
Nice.
No look pass. Man, what an assist that is.
They got a timeout.
Timeout, Illinois. Got the quick basket to Kofi. Trying to fight their way back. Coach Underwood trying to mastermind a way to get back into this game, Bill, against a team that is so fundamentally sound. How do they do it?
Well, obviously, Kofi's the answer. I think they've got to get away from the ball screen, get him on the box, maybe give him a bump cross screen, and also the pressure now on the timeout. I think you're going to have to see it. Well, fortunately, the team is making better moves than that young man did. The ladies are doing a great job.
It has all come back full circle.
Yeah.
And they're trying to come back to another NCAA tournament run that no one saw coming. And you come in as an 8 seed, you beat the 9 Georgia Tech, but then you got to take on the 1. Just 3:10 remaining.
You know you're going to be in the defensive stance, so you've got to be patient if you're Illinois. And again, the play they started the game with.
Norris decides to circle back out with it. They're going to use it all.
Under 10.
Krutwig.
Watch the cut, people.
Kennedy. Bump with the body into it, the line.
Goodness. Great
19 foul on Illinois.
And just 4 left on the shot clock.
It's happened a number of times.
Oh, they do. Eat away at it.
4 on Curbelo, joining Frazier with 4. Kennedy, who's given them quite a boost off the bench. It's something he's done each of his first 2 years.
And what a valuable sub this kid. He really does a great job defensively too, Kennedy. A little pull-up game.
At 10 off the bench, looking to add 2 more.
Soft.
Guac will take Clemens' place on the floor.
You can see some of the faces, you know, the forlorn look as though we didn't expect this, but they got to get it going a little bit. Plenty of time left.
Hall to replace Kennedy, who hit the 2.
And you're talking 11 points. Not insurmountable. We've always got to use the quick hitters now. They get Io, maybe a little ISO for him.
Io's hit 4 out of 10 from the field.
And this is the problem.
Williamson got a hand on it. Held ball goes to Loyola.
Got to get away from that. It's just killing them.
5th turnover of the game against DeSumo.
Boy, they have stuck with this doubling, blitzing. Some guys call it fire on the ball screen. A little swipe. Krutwig may have gotten a little piece of that.
11th steal of the game by Loyola. As we have 2.5 remaining and a double-digit lead plus possession.
And look at this overload now. Nice hands.
That was Miller came from behind. Tippy toe on the inline. Frazier now racing up to the front court.
Go strong and quick.
Coburn picking up a second on Krutwig.
That's what they got to do. Bring it down. Let him ISO on one side, one block. Make a quick move or find somebody on a kick out.
With 2:14 to go, they're putting a 50-something% free throw shooter on the line.
True.
4 fouls on those 2 for the Illini. But I will give him this. He's 5 out of 6 today from the strike.
Yeah, he's shooting it well. We have a 10-second rule on that free throw. It's time to say the rosary. Well, for Sister, maybe. Good for you.
Hey, by the way, Sister Jean's prayer for the team was pretty much right on the scouting report, wasn't it?
She knows the numbers, too. Great concentration. That's a lot of work. Now they're going small.
Yep. Coburn out.
I like this. I like this. I like this lineup.
Coburn with 21 for the game, 14 in the second half.
And Jim, watch the counter now. They'll put Krutwig down on the low. Is he out for the blood? Maybe they're on his shirt. Somebody said.
Officials have called a timeout. It's not for Coburn, it's for Williamson.
Okay.
The thing is, they've found a way in the second half to get Coburn involved on that end of the floor, but they're just not getting the stops at the other end.
No, not at all. And the chess maneuvers, too. The counter now is Krutwig is going to have one of the smaller Illinois players. I would look for them to get him on the box, give him a touch, and as you know, just so good around that rim. Now, this is a speed lineup now. Probably front the guards in the backcourt. See if you initiate a 5-second call. Wonder if they will trap it. Waiting for the cut man to finish.
Okay, all set now. He's going to inbounds it.
Yeah, good size. Io's got to be active with the hands.
Now he backs off.
Look at the outlet.
Looking for the trap.
And good decision maker. Run another trap. Got to get the big guy down in the low box area. They will after the ball screen, I think. Oh, look at him
now.
Look at him.
To the corner. Big call here.
That's it for Corbella. Oh, they're going the other way with it?
It's going the other way.
Ooh.
That's a big call.
Goodness.
On Clemens.
Corbella thought it was him.
And that would have been it for him.
Yeah. Well, he walled up, but maybe a play on.
Corbella now urging and sending signals up ahead. There's a fight, and Illini needs to show some fight here in the last minute and 40 seconds. Turn around.
He's so good at that.
So
not giving up on a play.
The timeout called, and they got it down to 7. Boy, he takes the charge at one end.
What a gamble play to split that ball screen, and clever maneuver. Woohoo, cha-cha.
Here are a couple of things to reset. Both teams will be shooting 2 the rest of the way. The arrow belongs to Illinois. Loyola will be inbounding. It's down to 7. It had been a couple of times early in this half down to 6, no closer.
The inbounder is usually to Krutwig, so I would front him, force somebody else for a catch, and run a couple of traps too. You know, initial one in the backcourt, recover, get another one over the timeline. How about the preparation that they've had for this game, Loyola? It's so impressive what they've done from the get-go.
It's what they do. That is the way they play. That's why they're 25-4. It's why they made that run in 2018 all the way to San Antonio. And the Final Four.
Krutwig will be the guy that will get a touch here. Kofi on him. Didn't have the foot speed.
Norris got away before they could trap him. Now looking for help. Up ahead, Krutwig.
Look at the out. They give the foul, yeah. Extend the game a little bit.
I guess, but Krutwig, again, it's 2 the rest of the way.
He's a 68% free throw shooter.
The guy that carries around a harmonica with him.
How about that?
He says, I can't sing, but I am a performer. And it says it unites people. And he's been a performer on the floor. He loves and relishes moments like this.
I bet he must be great at a party. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Teammates will tell you that. With the walk. Comes in for Clemens.
Take a look at these. Pretty solid performance all around.
Yeah, double-double.
And you would know that he had a lot of them around the rim that didn't go down. Look at this.
Tapped out and back to him.
What a save.
That's
block.
huge.
Huh?
Huge for the Ramblers. Up 8 to keep it and use some more of the clock.
They're going to go under 5, I think, before they shoot this.
7 on it now. Goes past. Dosumo up high, and it rolls out.
Got to go quick.
Hung on the rim for a long time. Illinois trying to trim it.
Well, look at this play. And Krutwig with the hands. Look at him, Emo. Why not? You deserve all the accolades. Cerebral. I don't want to say he's athletic, but goodness, does he know how to play basketball. Just great. Look at this kid. How meaningful it is to him.
Started as a freshman on that Final Four team. 3 years of experience later, a Conference Player of the Year later. All of these things coming back and having a chance to experience it again. Helping force a 6th turnover on Dosumo. Uncharacteristic performance by him. Here's Williamson driving in and getting fouled. 3rd on Coburn.
And you just notice the hit to the high post. They cut so well. Williamson became available. Wow. He'll be playing some songs on that harmonica tonight, I think.
And his fellow senior co-captain, the 2 leftovers from that team. Trying to pass on to those that didn't experience it, what it takes, what it's like. That's something that's a constant theme when you talk to Porter Moser, how it gets handed down.
Hey, look at this Illinois team. What a just tremendous year. And one night you come up empty. It's painful.
One of 2. Here's Frazier. Rebound, all Loyola underneath, and Miller fouls Kennedy.
I didn't mind that shot at all by Frazier, though, because he can make it, and they need some quickness in their attempts.
Yeah, had a chance to bring it to 6.
And hopefully somebody could chase the rebound if you missed it. I watched this Illinois team all year long, did a lot of Big Ten games, and they just are such an impressive group. And yet Loyola just come in so well equipped from the get-go. Sees control of this game.
It's been really hovering around this margin, it seems like, throughout the entire game. Williams for Coburn.
A great year can't be lost in one night. You can't forget what you accomplished. And of course, these two guys get along pretty good, don't they, the coaches?
Yeah, they go way back.
I think Brad sent some junior college player, right?
He did send a player up to Illinois State when Porter Moser was the head coach there. So 45 seconds left, and it's back to 11. Frazier. It just can't hit the shots, and again, it's the Ramblers with the basketball. And I was talking to Porter Moser. His first game as a head coach at Loyola was against Illinois. And you know when it was? November 11th, 2011. That would be 11, 11, 11. I said, does that number mean anything to you, 11? He said, I'm going to think about it. And you know, after I stopped talking to him, I realized they were an 11 seed when they went to San Antonio. And that free throw made it go from 11 to 12.
Well, that's not nice in the dice game, though, the 11, right?
I guess not. It's worked for him.
Just so well organized, well prepared, believe in one another.
You know, when you see a team like this, it's just accomplished so much, so loaded. It's easy to fall prey to it's all the chaos, all the excitement, all the madness, all of that. Yeah. This team, unflappable.
Very, very much so. This is just a proof once again that when you start, we used to say October 15th, but whenever you start, it's very possible to go all the way or deep into the tournament. I mean, the playing field has become more level. Wouldn't you agree?
No question. We're not seeing it any better represented than what's happened here in this tournament.
Drew Valentine, of course, alongside Denzel's brother there in the left portion of your screen right in here.
I'm trying to see and come over to the monitor to see if that last ball was touched.
He does like the split. Did he lose that, or he was trying to?
It's going to stay with Loyola, they rule. You know, talk about the, what, October 15th, what you talk about? I mean, just look at this tournament, Bill. Oral Roberts, North Texas is going to play here tonight. Oregon State, what a run through their conference tournament.
Guys.
Beat Tennessee.
Stevie Thompson's kid there.
And Abilene Christian. It just goes on and on. Ohio, the Bobcats, another one. And now Loyola is going to be the first team to the Sweet 16.
Incredible. And boy, they are rejoicing in the upper deck, too, and rightfully so. Well prepared, well versed. And I know this is crushing for the Illinois followers, but what a great job, Loyola.
Incredible.
Yep.
Another fairy tale ride is underway for Loyola Chicago and head coach Porter Moser. On their way to the Sweet 16, and we've lost a #1 seed for the first time in this tournament. First game of the second round.
And the heartbreak felt by this group. Fun-loving kids who played well all year long, and on the other side, that's a pretty good combo right there. That may be the only turnover he's had all day, huh?
They've won 99 games together, and Williamson.
Rejoice. Hallelujah.
Illinois held to a season low.
Look at the dancing there.
Yep.
It's not St. Patty's Day, but they're giving it a go.
Somebody bring out the harmonica. They're dancing. They're still dancing.
All that hard work comes into fruition. So gratifying.
We'll be playing Sweet Home Chicago on that harmonica. As Loyola advances on to the regional semifinal. And how many people across the country saw this one coming? We know she did. How many brackets just got busted?
Bad Leroy Brown is even smiling in Chicago.
Loyola. They've done it again. Cinderella's in the tournament, knocking out a #1 seed.